little, the women in my family made me go through something called elf school, where we learned how to wrap our own presents and make our own bows, because that's a homemade bow. We don't buy bows here. So welcome to elf school. I'm gonna teach you how to make your own bows. And there's literally nothing wrong with the other bows, but if you'd like to make your own, or you like this, here's how to do it. In order to make that fluffy bow like effect, it needs to be a very specific type of ribbon. It feels like plastic. I think it's called polysatin. I'm going to link a bunch of them in my Amazon storefront. Then I'm going to measure out 6 lengths, like of the longest length side of the gift, 6 stretches of ribbon. That is how much I do for like a present like this. Honestly, 6 is just kind of like my go-to number, but you may not need as much, but it's better to have more than have less. I then flip the present upside down and I make the ends of the ribbon meet just to make sure that it is equal on both sides. And from there, you are going to cross the ribbon like you're making your first tie and like a shoe tie. The goal is to make a plus sign with the ribbon and then flip it back over. And you will then do this again, but twice, so that this first layer of ribbon stays in place. But you want the ends to hang out, and you'll see why in a second. So the ribbon process is in 2 parts. That first part where you're creating the plus sign and what you're going to tie the ribbon down, and then this is the actual bow. Take the ribbon and then create a circle, like make a circle of ribbon. That circle is going to be the full circumference of your bow, and you'll see me putting it on the gift and testing it for size. And then I just sped this up, but I didn't make any cuts. You are wrapping that circle over and over and over again, and each time you wrap, that is another layer of bow. The more wraps you do, the fluffier and more pieces of your bow that you're going to be able to pull out. So now I have this nice loop of ribbon. I can go ahead and cut that. I find the middle, pinch it with my fingers, and I'm going to take the scissors and cut not across, halfway across. Like you'll see, you're not cutting this in half, but you're making 2 notches on either side, so that when you tie it down like this, the ribbon goes into the notches and really holds it down. So now you're going to take each loop layer by layer, pulling out a loop, and then pulling it across the ribbon itself. So you are actually pulling it, fluffing the bow. I didn't make any cuts here so you could see, just pulling each layer out, fluffing it, making it what you want. You can really play with it and just sort of mess with each loop and layer to see how you want to configure it. And all you have to do is cut the little extra bits off. I like to cut them so that they have a really cute end. And there you go, you've made a ribbon. Let me know if this was helpful and if you want to have more of this elf school series.